Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you guys are new, my name is Andrea. I film videos all about cruelty-free beauty products. And as we're kind of heading into the end of the year, I wanted to sit down and film a couple of recap videos for you guys. So I will have videos up on the best products, the worst products, but I was just kind of looking through my Sephora purchase history this year, and I really cut back on buying so much makeup. And even more so, I cut back on buying so much high-end makeup. I definitely focused on drugstore and affordable products, but there are some standout high-end products that I wanted to share with you guys. So in today's video, I thought I would share my top 10 Sephora purchases. Out of all of the products that I purchased this year from Sephora or from high-end brands, these are the 10 that I think are the best. They are ones that I do not regret at all and that I definitely recommend if you're looking to try out any of these products. If you want to see a video on Sephora purchases that I regret, let me know. I don't know if I have 10 products, but I'm sure I can put a list together. So let's jump into it, and I'll kick it off with a few Natasha Denona products. So I did purchase the Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette back in February when it was first released, and I was so pleasantly surprised by how much I liked this product. I had a feeling that I would like it, otherwise I probably wouldn't have repurchased it, but I also felt like I was kind of taking a chance on it, and I was a little bit nervous because there are cream cheek products in here, and typically I am all about powder products. I don't wear a lot of creams, but this palette got such good reviews from a lot of people that I love to watch on YouTube, and people were just raving about it, so I decided to pick it up, and I'm so glad that I did because it has become a staple for me. I will say that I used this a lot more in the spring and the summer than I did in the fall and, also heading into winter. During the spring and summer, I feel like I keep my makeup a little bit more minimal in general, so this is perfect because I'll just apply like a light foundation, go in with these cheek products, and maybe apply mascara and brows, and I'm good to go. And it just makes your skin look really alive and awake, and it's just such a gorgeous palette. So this was definitely one of my favorite purchases. So in 2018, I tried a couple of mini Natasha Denona palettes. She has $25 palettes that come with 5 shadows, and unfortunately they didn't work for me. I've heard so many mixed reviews on those palettes, but a lot of people say that the shadow quality in the mini palettes is not the same as the full-size palettes. So ultimately, I decided to give Natasha Denona another chance this year. It took me a while, but in June, I picked up the Sunrise palette. This one retails for $65, so it kind of is like a mini version because a lot of her palettes retail for like $129, and I've just never been willing to spend that much on a palette. When she came out with this one, I thought it was the perfect size, and I know a lot of you guys said the same thing. $65 is a lot more doable, and I mean, that's still a good amount of money, but compared to $129, I think it makes a lot more sense, especially because there's really nothing mini about this palette. You get a good amount of product, the shadows are great sizes, and I was really happy with the quality of this one. There were a couple of shadows in here that didn't perform as well as I thought they would, especially the duochromes, but overall, I've gotten so much use out of it. I really like the mattes, the metallics. It's a really pretty palette, and I hope that she does more palettes this size. I wish she would come out with a smaller version of Safari because I think that would be a staple for so many people, and I love that it's just like a staple neutral palette, but again, I just don't want to spend $129. So I think this size is perfect for $65. I definitely think it was worth the money, and I've really enjoyed it. It's been one of my favorite palettes this year. But another one of my favorite purchases from 2019 was definitely the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. This has to be one of my favorite palettes of all time. I just think the colors in this palette are so gorgeous, and when I saw the initial photos, I had a feeling that I would love it, but when I got it in person and I started using it, it honestly became an essential for me. There are so many beautiful shades, whether I want to do like a pink or purple look, which are some of my favorites, a neutral look, gold, green. I don't know what it is about this color story, but it is just so appealing to me. I find myself reaching for this all the time, and not only are the colors beautiful and I'm able to create so many complete looks, so many different complete looks, but the quality is so good. I've always been a fan of Anastasia's quality. I don't know if I want to say always, like in the beginning I was a little bit unsure, but I've definitely become a fan of Anastasia's quality, but this palette feels just even better than her regular palettes. The matte shadows are not quite as powdery, they're extra pigmented, the metallic shadows are smooth and rich, and it's just one of the best palettes that I've tried. I haven't actually filmed my ranking video yet because I'm still testing out well, I just got the Milk Cosmetics Muerte palette. I'm wearing it today. So I'm not sure exactly like where this palette will fall in my ranking, but it's definitely near the very top because it is one of my favorite products. So I am so excited about this palette. I just think it's one of my favorite purchases of 2019, and the quality is just outstanding. So in 2019, I definitely fell in love with Ole Henriksen. I've always loved the brand, but I tried out more of their products, and I love so many of their products. What's nice about this brand is that even though they are considered more of a high-end brand, they're sold at Sephora, their products are a lot more affordable than some of my other go-to skincare brands, but they're still really effective, and I end up reaching for a lot of these over brands like Drunk Elephant and Sunday Riley, so I've been enjoying them so much. I need to film a video on my favorites, but they did release this Banana Bright Face Primer, and I think this might be like their only makeup slash skincare product because they really focus on skincare, but I was so impressed by this. The texture of this product is perfect. It is so smooth and rich and creamy. It feels like you're applying a moisturizer, but instead of having like an overly glowy or hydrated finish, you're left with a really smooth, soft finish. So your makeup goes on top so beautifully, and it just makes your skin look poreless and smooth and even, and I really enjoy using it. It does say that it has vitamin C and banana powder inspired pigments, and I do think that it does leave your skin with a little bit of a brightened appearance. I also fell in love with the Ole Henriksen Glow 2.0 Dark Spot Toner. I don't have that right now because I recently used up my second bottle, and I do want to repurchase it, but I'm trying to use up a couple of other skincare products that I have in my collection. I purchased that in January when they first released it, and I fell in love with it. Before that, I had tried out their toner from the green line. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, and I did like it, but it wasn't necessarily like a standout product for me. And then I tried out the Glow 2.0 toner, and it became a staple. It has done amazing things for my skin. I feel like I really nailed down a good skincare routine in 2019. If you want to see a video on it, let me know, but that toner has made my skin so smooth. I definitely struggle with texture and clogged pores and acne and scarring, and that toner has made such a difference because it keeps my skin clear and looking really smooth. I think that they claim that it kind of fades dark spots, and I have noticed a big difference in acne scarring. When I do break out, my skin really doesn't scar a whole lot because of the products that I use, including that toner, and I just really enjoy it. So I am going to repurchase it once I use up a couple of other products. It's become a staple for me. So in 2018, like at the very end of 2018, I actually picked up one of the Hourglass palettes. They released palettes during the holiday season, and I did purchase it, and I was using the products, and there's a powder in there. What's it technically called? Their ambient lighting powder. And I was using it on occasion. I wasn't really sure if it was worth the money. And then I went out of town and I forgot the palette, and I realized how much that little powder had become a staple in my routine. So I actually used it quite a bit, and then I hit pan on it. So I did purchase a full-size version of it. These powders are expensive, and for such a long time, I was just convinced there was no way they were worth the money. The one that I used is the Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Diffused Light. You guys, I have used up so much of this product. This retails for $48. They do have a smaller version as well, but I decided to pick up the full-size version because it was something that I used almost every single day. So I'll take a little bit of a smaller brush. This is a highlight brush, but I'll like rub it in the powder and then like lightly brush it under my eyes, between my brows, my nose, my chin, anywhere where I want my skin to look really bright. And it definitely brightens up my skin so well. They have other colors for different skin tones. Some of them, you know, serve different purposes, but this is such a great option to brighten up your skin. Because it is so light and so soft and so thin, it doesn't make your skin look heavy or cakey. I know a lot of people like to highlight with concealer, and I do wear concealer, but I don't like to apply an overwhelmingly large amount of concealer to highlight and brighten up my skin because it looks really heavy. This looks really light, and it just gives your skin such like a smooth, soft appearance. It really makes a difference. And honestly, these are expensive. I would have never known if I hadn't purchased that Hourglass palette because I don't think I would have ever purchased one of these powders because of the price tag. But now I get what all the hype is about because it is such a staple for me. I've kind of been on a weird hair care journey in 2018. I've been trying to find like my perfect hair products, and I've tried out so many options. I feel like it's tough to find good cruelty-free hair care products at the drugstore, so that is my goal for 2020. I want to put together like a hair care guide for you guys of cruelty-free products at the drugstore that are affordable and accessible, so I'm definitely going to work on that in like the first few months of 2020. But one of my favorite brands at Sephora is IGK. I think you can actually get this brand at Ulta now as well, but I tried the Thirsty Girl Coconut Milk Leave-In Conditioner, and this again has become a staple for me, like all of these products. I have very wavy hair, very tangly, frizzy hair. During the summer, it's easier for me to embrace like my natural waves because there's humidity, so it helps me style it a little bit better, but I love straightening it, I love curling it, so I'm typically looking for a good leave-in conditioner, heat protectant that works well. This makes such a difference. If you guys have frizzy hair, you are going to love this product. Not only does my hair look smooth and frizz-free after I initially style it, it stays like that throughout the day, even when it's super humid outside. And even when I let my hair air dry and kind of embrace like my natural wavy texture, it doesn't look frizzy. And this is just such an amazing product. My hair feels smooth and sleek, it looks shiny, and I've been so impressed by this. I will say that this does have a tendency to weigh your hair down if you use too much, so that is something to keep in mind. I wash my hair like every other day, so for me, it's not a big deal, but if you're somebody who likes to wash your hair like only, I don't know, a few times a week, like less than every other day, you might not want to use too much of this product because it can do that, but I love it. It has become a staple for me, one of my favorite purchases for sure. Because I loved that product so much, I think it was like back in September that I decided to pick up the IGK Thirsty Girl Coconut Milk Anti-Frizz Shampoo and Conditioner. And when I first got these in the mail, again, I had like buyer's remorse because I did get them on sale during one of Sephora's sales, but these are very small bottles and I actually use quite a bit of shampoo and conditioner. My hair isn't like super thick, but I do feel like I have a lot of hair, so I do use a lot. And again, because I wash my hair like every other day, sometimes every day, I do think I go through shampoo and conditioner kind of quickly. And I was just like, I'm going to regret this because that's pretty expensive. They're $25 each. I did get them on sale, but they only come with 8 ounces. Anyways, long story short, the first time that I used this product, I fell in love. I was getting so frustrated at one point because my hair was breaking off. It was very dry. I didn't know what to do because nothing was working for me. And I was using some lousy products, but this has completely transformed my hair. My hair is healthy and hydrated and smooth and soft, and it just looks voluminous, and I'm so happy with it thanks to these products. Again, these are expensive, but I actually went on the IGK website last month and I purchased a large bottle. Like they came in liter-sized bottles, so I was able to save money, and then I used a coupon code. I got like 10% back on Rakuten, so even though it is a little bit more expensive, I was able to save by purchasing a bigger bottle, and now I won't have to purchase like shampoo and conditioner for a while. So I am so happy that I found these. The last thing I want to share with you guys is a holiday set. This is the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb set. I think it's called like the Glossy PUSSE set, and I was so excited about this because the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb is my favorite formula in the entire world, and they only have 3 shades. So when they released this with like 4 new limited edition exclusive shades, I knew that I had to have it. And you know, the Fenty gloss is more of a sheer gloss, so there's not a huge difference between these 4 shades, but if you like the gloss formula as much as I do, it is nice to have those slight variations because depending on your mood, your makeup look, sometimes you want something a little bit cooler, a little bit warmer. And even though like their original 2 shades, Fenty Glow and Fussy, are close, they're different enough that I wear them with different makeup looks. I just love this formula. It is so smooth and glossy. It makes your lips look plump and smooth and even, and it's just my perfect lip gloss formula. So I was so excited about this. I was actually waiting to see which lip gloss sets were going to be available during the holiday season. I love lip gloss. I wear it all the time, but I don't typically like to spend the money on a full-sized high-end gloss just because I never use up an entire gloss. I love having like mini options, and I think this was, let me check because I wrote it down. So this was $42. You get 5 minis for $42. So that's like $8.40 a gloss, but you actually get a lot of gloss in these minis. It took me like an entire year to use up the mini of the original one that I had, so I don't think I'll go through these anytime anytime soon. In fact, I told you guys that I'm like putting together a list of products that I won't be buying in 2020. I'm not going on like a complete no buy, but there are a few categories that I need to cut back on, and I think lip gloss is going to be one of those. Just because I have enough lip gloss to last me a lifetime, it takes me forever to go through lip products. So I am happy that I purchased this. I think the colors are beautiful, the formula is perfect, and I do not regret it at all. In fact, it's one of my favorite purchases of 2019. So what were your favorite makeup purchases of 2019? I would love to hear from you guys. I'm always curious to hear which high-end products are your favorites, because high-end makeup can be a little bit pricey. So if there is something that's made a big difference for you in your makeup routine, just something that you've fallen in love with, let me know in the comment section below. But I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye.